Will Genshin get better? Probably not. Probably not. But we have hope. And hope is all we get in this developers discussion right here. Wow. This is the first time I ever saw this. I'm pretty sure this has been a reoccurring thing ever since the game released, but because this is posted on Hoyoverse's official website, I don't really look at it because I'm addicted to Genshin, but I'm not that addicted to go on their main website for the whole company. That's a different level, and I don't want to get there, but I might be getting there. But apparently, the devs have a discussion and lay out what the future of the game might look like, and what they're working on, what we should expect in the future updates, potentially. Nothing's ever solidified, right? It's still in development, pun intended. We can see the possibility of the game's future. Genshin might have a future, and I want to highlight some points in this discussion for you that I think are kind of noteworthy, and I'll share my opinions on them because my opinion matters and nobody else's does. And you should also subscribe because. So the first one I want to point out is their main topic, is the multi-layered map function. Now this is pretty huge, I guess. Might seem useless, but I think it's a good quality of life change that honestly I probably won't ever use since I barely explore nowadays, and even if I explore, I can't last more than 5 minutes, kind of like real life. Yeah, I don't really explore, but if I see myself exploring, this could be useful. Now how it works is that they have these multiple layers, and so you can switch between those layers so you can navigate easier. Now, I think in retrospect, in the big picture, it's kind of a small change. It's just like a good quality of life change, but I think it'd be pretty good for people who explore because sometimes I get lost and I can't find my way out. For example, I'm in the middle of a world quest, and then let's say because I have a life, because I'm such a great person, I go out of the quest and then I TP somewhere else because maybe I have to do dailies or something in the middle. And then I go back into the quest and the quest is like underground, not near any teleport waypoints. And then I get lost in how to get there again. And then I have to pop a video guiding me. And I feel really sad because I got lost in a single player game called Genshin Impact. But the meat and bones of this thing comes at the end. For me personally, and I think a lot of people as well, it's permanent content in the game, basically endgame content. Now, when I say endgame content, I'm not really talking about combat endgame content. There can be many types of different endgame content. It doesn't have to just be combat related, but a good combat related content would be nice. And so what they say at the end is that they like to take the opportunity to discuss with everybody, I guess, on the dev team about adding more permanent game modes, which is great because there are a lot of events that Genshin players like, me and myself included, that we want to be put in the game permanently. Obviously more fleshed out, and I think they acknowledge that as well in the article. It would keep things fresh because maybe we have repeatable content, we can get maybe non-Primogem rewards. That'd be cool. A cool artifact looking thing. Not like artifacts like you put on your set to make characters stronger, but like the birthday cakes you get, those are completely useless, but it makes you feel appreciated and loved by Genshin, even though they hate you and just want to suck you out of your money. But the birthday cakes are cool. Something like that. Just a cool thing to show off in your account for all your friends to see if you have friends in the first place. But if you do, you can show them off to your friends and say, yeah, I play Genshin Impact. Yeah, it's pretty sad. Yeah. Yikes. I mean, it's a sign that the devs are listening to the community because the community has been pretty vocal about more endgame content or permanent events. That's pretty cool because honestly, events like combat events, sometimes they're harder than the Spiral Abyss. Not nowadays because the Spiral Abyss is annoyingly hard and hard for no reason. But back in the day, yeah, the events were cool. They were hard, but they were fun hard because you have little gimmicks to use that increase your damage against these bosses, and it's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good sign that the devs are planning to develop more permanent content, or at least work on it or focus on it. We'll see how it goes. Maybe they mess it up so bad that it's just gonna become a clutter of permanent events that aren't good, but they're there and everybody ignores it. Kind of like the teapot. I know there's some teapot enjoyers out there, and I've been thinking about getting to the teapot, but honestly, most of the player base doesn't really care about the teapot. But overall, what I think the devs planned for the game is in the right direction, at the least. I mean, There are signs that the devs are listening to the community, which is better than some games, that's for sure. But we'll have to see when the content actually comes out if they did a good job. I mean, who knows? Maybe the devs are out of touch with the community. It doesn't look like that. I hope it's not like that, but if it is, that sucks. They're probably not, so I think the changes will be overall positive. I hope. But yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about it. I don't know. Back on the Genshin grind again, which sucks. I should have just gone off permanently. But yeah, that's about it. Okay, bye-bye.